cannot take this anymore. Saying everything I've said before. All these words, they make no sense. I find bliss in ignorance. Less I hear, the less you say. You'll find that out anyway. Just like before. Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I need a little room to breathe, 'cause I'm one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break. I find the answers aren't so clear. Wish I could find a way to disappear. All these thoughts, they make no sense. I found bliss in ignorance. Nothing seems to go away. Over and over again. Just like before. Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I need a little room to breathe, 'cause I'm one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break. Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I need a little room to breathe, 'cause I'm one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. Break. Break.
Okay, so this is meal one. I give the presentation about a 2, so I apologize for that, but this is just the reality of how I eat and what I eat, and it's nothing special. Every morning I eat sourdough. If you guys never did the sugar and cinnamon on toast thing when you were a kid, you definitely missed out. So yeah, this is just like super simple, easy breakfast, and I don't stress too much about getting my protein in like first thing in the morning. Now, with that said, I think a lot of people need to do that because they'll go throughout their day without access to a lot of protein. I do work from home, so I'm able to kind of get that protein, within the next few hours and throughout the whole day, no problem. So I just don't put too much pressure on myself for that anymore, and I still hit my protein by the end of the day, so not a big deal. I think the only issue becomes when you just spread out protein too much, and it is better to keep protein in your system a little bit more consistently in regards to muscle growth. But yeah, when I'm eating bread, I'm not eating highly processed, enriched wheat flour breads. I do sourdough that is proper sourdough. If you're buying a sourdough from the grocery store and it says enriched wheat flour on it, that is not true sourdough. So make sure that if you're buying that, you check that out. And then eggs come from a local farm nearby, pasture raised, everything like that. So that's really it for meal one, nothing too crazy. Now I will say usually I have a fruit with this, like raspberries or strawberries, something like that, but we ran out, so this is it for this morning.
What's going on, everyone? I hope y'all are enjoying this video, a little bit different this time around, and I just wanted to hop in here and give you an update on where I'm at, both in fitness and nutrition and just lifestyle in general. I don't know if I shared this on the channel or not, but I actually made the decision in January, early January, that the entire month of January and February I would not be tracking any food. I haven't even opened MyFitnessPal once, and it feels really freaking good. The reason I'm sharing this is because I am down to 121 pounds from 130 pounds a couple months ago. That is huge progress for me because as someone who has a little bit of a smaller frame, 9 pounds is a lot. And to do that without tracking any food in a healthy way has been such a big accomplishment for me, given the fact that I've been, I'm a coach. I live by what I preach, I live by what I say, and that means tracking my food every single day and, following different phases of cutting and building and maintaining and doing that responsibly and not slacking off, right? And I've been through all of those phases. Now, I made the decision that I wanted to prove to myself that I am who I say I am, meaning I have built these habits, I have built these routines and these consistencies in how I show up in my nutrition. And this has proven to me that I have done that in many ways because I can now go about my day and my week and eat the same foods that I would normally eat if I was tracking my food. I'm no less accountable just because I'm not tracking my food. I have that same structure that I would normally have, but I'm just not putting it into an app. And so now that I'm down to 121 pounds, I feel really freaking good. Not only have I not been tracking my food and sustained my progress, I've actually made progress in the direction that I was wanting to go. And so the only way that I was able to get to this place of intuitive eating, not tracking my food, was through tracking my food. It was through doing the work for year after year after year and getting better and better and better at that. Not just tracking my food and saying I did it when I was, tracking 4 to 7 days a week. No, I'm talking like heavy responsibility, high levels of accountability in my nutrition, building a relationship with the type of foods that I was eating. And so all of the years of that work that I put in has just brought me to this place of appreciation for who I am, what I live by, what I stand for, and the level of accountability that I have. And I don't even like to call it accountability because there's nothing that I'm being accountable to at this point. It's just the way that I eat, how I live, is just who I am. And, I really want to inspire people to get to that place within themselves by doing the structured work, doing the rigid work, learning the skill sets, becoming the person, so that when they do get to the intuitive eating phase, it's not something that you're doing to escape. It's not something that you're doing to say, hey, I'm just going to take a break. I'm just going to stop doing all the things that I used to do that got me where I am, because we all know that that does not work. So I want to inspire you guys to be able to do that. And, again, I'm here sharing my journey in what works for me and what's been going well. And hopefully it inspires you in some way to make commitments of your own, make change of your own. And so, yeah, January is coming to an end now. 1 month in, really great progress so far. I think the only thing I might change is just being a little bit more aware of my carb intake. It's been pretty low naturally. I'm someone who, I like the high protein, high fats in a healthy way because I'm very animal based. So really healthy fats, they tend to go up a little bit higher when I'm not tracking, and then my carbs come down a little bit. So just making that extra effort to include a little bit more fruits in my diet. But other than that, things are going super well. I dropped off a ton of inflammation when I changed my training program, dropped off a ton of inflammation when I stopped tracking my food and stopped trying to push for things. I'm just kind of maintaining, and I would guess my calories are probably around, I want to say 1,800 to 2,000 on any given day. So knowing that my calories are not going to be super accurate when I'm not tracking, I also know that I'm very much within that range because I have estimated and learned how to estimate over the years of tracking. So yeah, on a spiritual level, emotional level, mental level, there's a lot of growth that have happened so far this month that is just unexplainable. Maybe I'll expand on that in a couple videos as I come to the end of February. But for now, I just want to give you guys an update. I have dropped a lot of weight so far. It feels really good. I'll probably keep pushing this a little bit more, see how lean I can get, maybe around that 119 pound mark. Now, given I did end my last cut at 116 pounds, the fact that I ended last cut at 116 and I am now currently about 121 pounds and I'm just nearing the look that I had at 116 means that I've put on a pretty decent amount of muscle tissue at this point. The further that you get into your journey, the slower muscle tissue gain comes. So that means that I have been doing the work, I've been doing things right. And not that I didn't know that, but it's good to see, and it's good to have that proof in front of you. So that's where I'm at with everything. I'm gonna jump back to the rest of the meals of the day, take you guys through the rest of my day of eating, and that'll be it for today's video. Okay, second meal of the day, I give this presentation another 2 out of 10, and that's being generous. The common theme is that when you're eating animal-based, the meals do not look that aesthetically pleasing. So if you're watching this video for some cool meal inspo, it's probably not the one for you. That's something that I learned when I was eating animal-based. When I started, I tried to make all of these nice-looking meals, and I just thought that it had to look a certain way just to post on social media. And truthfully, this is all it is: meat, fruit, maybe some vegetables, good quality dairy. And I think that's pretty much it. So it doesn't always look the best. And a lot of people will say, how do you eat like that? All this is ground beef, extra lean, grass-fed cheese, grass-fed beef, organic everything, avocado. And then I tried to do some bananas in the pan. They didn't turn out very well. If you're gonna do caramelized bananas, make sure you use a more ripe banana and put a lot of butter in the pan. This one wasn't ripe enough, so it just ended up burning. So anyway, that's it. That's all it is. It doesn't look that good. And a lot of people will say, well, how do you eat that way? It's so plain, it's so boring, I could never eat that way. And truthfully, when you start eating this way, you don't really want anything else. You don't really have a desire to put a bunch of other shit on your plate. You don't need all these carbs and extra salads and things and sides like we're trained to do growing up. It's really just super simple, and when you train your body to enjoy it, you're getting all the essential nutrients that your body needs and you feel really good off of it, to the point where you actually start just craving stuff like this. Like, I eat ground beef almost every day, and almost every day I'm excited for it, and I crave it, even though I eat it every single day. Same thing with my eggs. So it's kind of one of those things where you don't know until you try, and when you get it, you get it. And I highly recommend it because it's made me feel absolutely incredible. My hormones are much better, my skin is much better, my energy levels are much better, my iron, which used to be an issue, is also much better. So yeah, that's all it is. Again, nothing fancy. And I'm not just gonna like sit here and bullshit you guys and make up a really nice plate when that's not what I eat. This is literally my day-to-day. And I hope that you guys can take some inspiration, maybe not from the presentation, but just knowing that your dishes don't have to look a certain way or be a certain way. It's like, are you fueling your body? Do you enjoy it? Have some fun with it. But at the end of the day, it's just getting the right nutrients in your body. And I think the animal-based diet is one of the best ways to do that.